30th Jan, first case of COVID reported in India. India was preparing for the brace as we foretold. India went to a lockdown in March 2020. Of all the sectors that took jolt, education was one of the most important one. India was not prepared for online classes, online systems that could not reach out the millions across the cities, villages, rivers, and mountains. There was anxiety all around the issue as to when the lockdown will extend and when one can lead a normal life. Though most of the academic year was coming to an end by March. However, the initial phase of the lockdown for the educational sector was especially challenging for the children progressing to the career-oriented classes and also teaching faculty. Over the months from June to December, India witnessed a quite revolution where in digital educational platforms emerged and classes began in online mode. By the end of academic year 2021, India was stabilizing the educational sector when the second wave struck and again destabilized the continuity of the classes. However, this did not last long. Now, within the vaccination in the progress at almost all the states in various stages and controlled achievement by the administration on the spread of the COVID-19 cases of the major question that is in front of us, when and how to open our educational system. I welcome all the esteemed guests for the most relevant and pertinent topic that lingers around all the state of the society as what are the pros and cons of the opening up our schools. Let me introduce our guest panels. Let me start with the first one. Okay. Shivani ma'am, are you there?
Hi, good evening, everyone. Yes, I'm there, Niharika ma'am. Thank you for this opportunity. I am principal of Flamingo Pre-Primary School and looking forward for this debate. Thank you.
Yeah. Sonia ma'am, please go ahead.
Good evening. Yeah, I just saw that. Good evening, everyone. I am Mrs. Sonia Mishra. I have been in the education sector for about 20 years now. I've also worked as principal of Army School and other schools. I've been this thing. Right now, I'm working with Extra Marks Education as their training head. And I'm very passionate about education. Thank you so much for giving the opportunity to come on this platform.
So nice of you, ma'am. Yeah. We have Shivani Das ma'am. Yeah, Shivani ma'am, please.
Hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. I'm Shivani. Presently, I'm working as a principal of Century Army Pre-Primary School. And I'm really looking forward to gain some knowledge from this webinar. And I hope that it might, help us also with the starting of the school. We might be able to, have a more broad view about of different personalities. So definitely going to gain something, and definitely we are going to share our thoughts and views over here. Thank you, Niharika ma'am, for giving this opportunity to be a part of this webinar. Thank you so much.
Pleasure, ma'am. Pooja ma'am.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Myself is Pooja. I am an activity coordinator in Jesus Sacred Heart School. It's been 12 years almost that I'm in this education sector. I'm feeling very pleased to be the part of this event because it's been long that I was wanting to be there with Rahul because his efforts, I really always appreciated the way he has explored himself during this pandemic. Sort of a set example for every child who has some or other excuses during this COVID. So really looking forward for a very healthy conversation with all the dignitaries over here. Thank you for having me.
Are the number of cases in the area low enough to school to reopen?
Can I answer this?
Yeah, ma'am, please.
See, ma'am, I've seen COVID very closely. And I have been to various countries also, even during the pandemic time. I visited different parts of country. I visited Chandigarh, Delhi, Goa, many other places, Rajasthan, Bangalore. So I look at everywhere and I see the news. I'm a vivid reader. I see Israel is open. I see US is open. There are many other educators which I connected with during the pandemic time, and those teachers are in very well touch with me. So I feel that it's very pathetic state in India, especially in Mumbai, that we have yet not begun with our schools. The children want to come to school. Imagine the plight of students who are in nursery. They have not seen the school. So the
Agree with you.
number we will have to live with COVID. Having said that, our teachers should be vaccinated. We should follow proper guidelines, SOPs, our teachers, our housekeeping staff. The number doesn't matter. We have to live with it. We have to be strong. We have to make our immune system strong. Again, there is a news that the COVID cases are rising up. I am a science student and I'm going to discuss this in my further discussion. So it doesn't matter. I think the school should begin at least for 9, 10, 11, 12. They are missing out a lot.
Okay. Pooja ma'am, what is your opinion?
Yes, Niharika ma'am, I'm totally agree with ma'am. She has rightly said that yes, this is the time wherein we need to live with this problem, right? But I don't know, at every stage of this evolving pandemic, like in most of the communities, the school reopening has been an afterthought, not a priority. I would rather say everybody ask the question that school should reopen or not, whereas everything aside or beside us is happening very smoothly. Of course, yes, COVID-19, it is sort of wreaking havoc in the lives of every child, the youngsters everywhere. But of course, yes, we need to agree with this thing that this is the disruption of learning, and we should not give any second thought of reopening the school. So I totally agree with ma'am that yes, it should be there. Okay, I would add on here, Niharika ma'am. See,
Yeah, ma'am.
parents need to understand this thing that it's not only their part. The schools are equally doing robust investment for for the safety measures of the students, because they equally know that they need to be there. They equally know that students, they need to study, and school is the perfect place for their learning, right? And not only this, the school workforce is also being trained enough for all these safety measures. You may talk about anything. If I just simply say, government has also said that HVAC settings should be there in the schools, like all those heating, ventilation, and air conditioning setting. Right? And they need to know, the school system also need to know. Here comes the role of school system. Why the question always comes on schools, because sometimes schools, they don't come out with their facilities, and sometimes some of the schools, they just come out with the overall picture, but they don't implement the things. So here comes the role of school. They need to, whatever they are showing, they need to implement it equally, right? So whatever the systems they are providing for the safety measures for their students, they need to explore it more. And of course, yes, they need to ensure that physical distancing should be maintained in the schools. Hand and hygienic practices should also be there.
Yes, ma'am. Pooja ma'am, to you.
And I guess there is one more monumental challenge for this. We are all talking about that, yes, they should use sanitizer, they should wear mask. But there is one more very big problem which all of us might be facing. All of us, you might also be facing, and of course, people equally are doing it. There are many of the students who are returning when they are, returning to school from their households. They are hearing a lot of false information about COVID, and then they spread it. So those students, they equally need to be educated on the facts and figures. They equally need to be taught well that how they can, make the difference. And of course, yes, as ma'am has rightly said, that, country challenges vary, but there is a menu of options for all the countries. And these all dramatically different experiences, it has a lot many shades of gray in between, we can say. Of course, yes. But we need to consider this not only as one aspect, that taking safety measures is only one thing which we all need to take care. Their psychological impact, which is happening, that now this is the time when they are offline, this is the time when we can just, decrease it. when we can just decrease that thought that yes, just going very closer. Of course, yes, these precautions need to be taken, but they become over conscious sometimes, which make everybody around feel bad. So they're forgetting some of their behavior ethics, which needs to be taught to them again when they are offline. I need to say. And that benefit is it has become so easy for us to connect with each other sitting afar. See, I was never knowing Shalini ma'am, I was not knowing Nikita ma'am, Shivangi ma'am, but this is the platform, which has given this opportunity that we could connect so easily. So this is the brighter side of COVID, which we can surely see.
I completely agree, ma'am. It
Positive
was
side
such
of
an
COVID, ma'am.
enlightening
We'll see that.
session. Need to learn a lot from you all seniors, ma'am. I think we are just not even
I agree
5%.
with you,
Need to
Shivani
learn a
ma'am.
lot.
Yes, yes.
A lovely and invigorating session. Lots to learn from you, ma'am, Nikita ma'am, Shalini ma'am, and everyone. Thank you
Pooja,
for the
ma'am. Actually,
opportunity,
they're quite good
Niharika.
speakers.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Pleasure is
Bye.
mine.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. God
Thank you.
bless.
Thank you, ma'am.
God bless
Thank
all.
you so
And
much.
Rahul,
Nikita.
you're doing a
Thank
wonderful
you.
job. May God bless you with many success and happiness in life.
Take care,
Each one of
Rahul.
us, Rahul, you need to remember this, that each one of us, we are here for you, especially for you.
Yes.
I guess everybody is
Thank you so
agreeing.
much, ma'am.
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
totally agree,
Thank
Rahul.
you.
Take care.
Actually, we
Bye.
should be thankful to Rahul only because he's the one who has got connected all of us together at one platform.
Maybe the need.
Very true, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.